For the past year, AI chatbots have been, well, they've been everywhere, right? But while we've all been busy chatting and prompting, something else has been brewing inside Google's experimental labs. They haven't just been building a better chatbot, they've been building the entire engine for the future. And today, we're going to take you inside to see the incredible tools that are getting ready to totally reshape our world. And that quote really just says it all. We got an exclusive peek inside Google Labs with the guy leading the charge, Josh Woodward, the head of Google Gemini. And what he showed us? Wow. It isn't just about having a conversation with an AI. It's about creation. It's about giving every single one of us creative superpowers we never, ever thought we'd have. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start by facing the biggest fear around AI head-on. Then we'll dive into a brand new toolkit for creators. We'll see how knowledge itself can be turned into a movie, literally build worlds from just a few words, meet the personal assistant of the future, and then wrap up with the single most important skill you're going to need for all of this. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room. You know it. Every time a new AI thing comes out, there's this wave of anxiety. Are these things here to help us, or are they here to replace us?
Yep, this is the big one. It's the question on everyone's mind. Whether you're a marketer, a designer, an engineer, there's this little voice in the back of your head wondering, what does this mean for my job? So, what's the real answer?
Well, Josh Woodward's whole philosophy on this just reframes the entire debate. It's not about being replaced, it's about co-creation. Think of these new AIs not as your competition, but as your ultimate collaborator, designed to make the experts even better and to give newcomers amazing new abilities. They're tools that don't just help us do our jobs, they help us completely reimagine what our jobs can even be. Okay, so if these are our new co-creators, what can they actually do? Let's dive into this new creator toolkit. It's like having your own personal marketing and design agency ready to go at a moment's notice. First up is a tool called Pomeli, and its superpower is just beautifully simple. Imagine having an entire marketing team that you could just turn on with a single click. For small businesses, for creators, for anyone who doesn't have a giant budget, this is an absolute game changer. And the process is so slick. You literally just give it your website's address. The AI then scans it and extracts what it calls your brand's DNA. You know, your fonts, your colors, your whole vibe. And from just that one link, it spits out entire marketing campaigns, complete with social media posts, ad copy, and even AI-generated photo shoots tailored to your brand. It's wild. Okay, next in the toolkit is Stitch. This one is for anyone out there who's ever had a fantastic idea for an app but thought, well, I can't code, so I guess that's the end of that. Stitch lets you design a real working app prototype just by describing what you want it to do in plain English. And this is where the magic really happens. You describe the pieces you want, you drag them around on the screen, and then with a single click, poof, Stitch generates a working prototype you can actually click through. But here's the real kicker. It also gives you the production-ready code. This doesn't just blur the line between being a designer and an engineer, it completely erases it. And rounding out our toolkit is Nano Banana 2. This is what the future of editing photos looks like. Forget all the complicated menus and layers and tools. With this, you just talk to it. You have a conversation to edit your images, especially adding and fixing text. And the whole thing just feels completely natural. As Josh says, it really is like having a professional designer sitting right there next to you, ready to try out your ideas in an instant. This is that whole co-creation idea in action. So we've seen how AI can help us create things, but what about helping us understand things? Our next stop is a tool that transforms how we learn, turning dense, complicated information into a captivating movie. This is Notebook LM, and you can think of it as your own personal AI director and super smart tutor all rolled into one. You can feed it up to 66 different sources. We're talking articles, research papers, your own notes, and it doesn't just summarize them. Oh no, it creates a full-blown cinematic video to explain everything. So here's how it pulls this off. The AI doesn't just list facts. It writes an actual script with a beginning, middle, and end. It designs a unique visual style for the video. It adds music and narration, and then, and this is the craziest part, it writes code in real time to generate interactive data charts and embeds them right into the video. It's this incredible mix of storytelling, data visualization, and raw code. All right, we just went from being an AI director to something even more futuristic. If that last tool made you a filmmaker, this next one basically gives you the power to build worlds. This is God mode for creators. Meet Project Genie. And this is one of those things that you really have to see to believe. It's a super experimental engine that can generate a completely playable 3D video game world, live, in real time, from nothing more than a simple sentence or a single image. Now, this gives you a sense of both its insane power and its current limitations. Every single pixel you see is being generated live. It's so computationally heavy that right now these worlds can only exist for about 60 seconds before they just collapse. But in that 1 minute, you see a crystal clear vision of the future of gaming, interactive stories, everything. Okay, so far we've been focused on tools for creating things, but what about an AI that helps you navigate your own life? This is where Google sees Gemini going, becoming a truly personal, proactive assistant. Let's start with a really simple, totally relatable problem. You lost your prescription swimming goggles and you need to order a new pair fast, but you have no idea what your prescription is. Finding it means you have to dig through years of old emails or photos. It's a huge pain. Here's how the future version of Gemini just solves this for you. First, you have to choose to turn it on, of course. You opt in. Then, the AI instantly zips through your emails and photos. It doesn't just find the email from your eye doctor, it also finds that photo you took of the prescription itself, pulls the exact numbers you need, and just gives you the answer. Instantly. That's AI working for you. So we've seen these incredible tools. AI co-creators, directors, world builders, personal assistants. What does it all mean for us? Well, it brings us to our final stop, and the most important skill you'll need to thrive in this new world. So what is this all-important skill? According to Josh Woodward, it's not prompt engineering. It's not coding. The most valuable skill in this AI-first world is going to be something deeply human, your ability to reinvent yourself. It's the willingness to adapt, to never stop learning, and to fundamentally change how you approach your work as these tools grow and evolve right alongside you. This whole journey, from one-click marketing to cinematic research, all the way to instant video game worlds, this is a preview of what's right around the corner. The technical barriers that used to stop us, they're just vanishing. So now the only question that really matters is the one right there on your screen. As these unbelievable powers become available to everyone, how will you reinvent yourself?